Before we get into the mess, just a heads up, our website is currently under construction.
But don't panic. Go to trash.com. We'll be back up and trashier than ever before you know it.
And with it, a whole new merch line. Raccoons, receipts, chaos, whatever you need to stay trashy in style, we will be creating it.
Until then, subscribe on YouTube. If we get something or butcher a fact, that's where we catch it before it hits your ears.
Let's roll.
Yeah, we ride and drive, track talk, cat talk and gold. Scott and Alanna on the mic, stories unfold.
Well, we're back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
There you go. There you go. Ooh, you like my shirt?
I do. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
I
Look
love
at this
it.
guy. Oh, I tried to get the spaceship. Try to get the spaceship. No, these are awesome. We'll talk about these in a minute, though. What are you doing?
Looking for my card.
Oh, well, I wasn't going to mention them yet, but
Okay.
we'll get to that because we wanted to start off.
Oh, yeah. How did we even get these shirts? Why
Right.
were we in Kecksburg?
Right. We did. That wasn't on our agenda for last time.
No, it wasn't. So, as you guys know, I am coming off my 50th birthday week, and we went to my favorite place in the whole wide world, South Mountain Hotel.
Yep. Shaking my head.
SMH. What's their logo? Getting high at
Is that what it is?
Yeah, getting high at 20,000 feet or whatever, however high it is, however high the peak is.
I
don't
think
have
it's
any
only a
record.
couple thousand feet, 3,000. We'll say 3. That's
3,000 feet.
That's probably, honestly, probably 3,000 feet is probably like the average of like the, you know what I mean? Most of the mountains in Pennsylvania, like, because you see, like, when you're Siding Hill, it's like 2,900. The other one up by whatchamacallit is just over 3,000. Like, the highest one in Pennsylvania, I think, is Mount Davis. That's, I believe, 3,900 feet, I believe, is what I want to say. So, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and 2,000 feet would be probably more like Blue Ridge Summit. You know what I mean? That's like a little lower over in that area. You know what I'm talking about?
So maybe it's like getting high at 2,500 feet.
That might be. It'd be great if it was really specific. Get high at 2778 and then third feet.
I'll have to dig up one of my old T-shirts, see if I have one. I don't even know what I did with them all.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, I mean, we've talked about this before. South Mountain is like the place. It's just home. It's home.
It's the best bar in the world. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's the best. I mean, every place you go, you never find one quite like that. Even the good ones aren't that good. You know what I mean? Like, they're not, like, if it's a 5, then
It ticks all the boxes. It
all
ticks
the
all the
boxes.
boxes. Great owner, great food, great staff. Everybody knows your name, and if they don't, they either want to or they don't, and you'll know quickly. I mean, it's cool.
Right.
I love it.
It's the best ever since we started going there. It's so funny. I remember it, like, we started going was it during COVID, right? Yeah,
So we had,
it was.
no,
It was the first time that we went up there was in the daytime. Or no, it was at night that remember we got wings.
yeah, that girl was working.
And then the second time that we never saw again.
Yeah.
And then the second time we went there was on New Year's Day. Our neighbor was working. Remember?
Yep.
That's how we even discovered that who like made that connection.
Yeah.
And there wasn't many people there. And I don't remember if that was because of COVID or I don't think. COVID was getting ready to hit. It was like starting to be in the news. And then it was like, this is January of 2020.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's like.
Yeah. And nobody was there, but the owner was sitting at the end of the bar and he was talking about sports. And I was like, oh my Lord, who's this guy? And then the bartender was like, oh, he's the owner. Oops. But no, we love him. I love him.
Yeah,
I worked for him, so, and you guys are cool, so
I consider him one of my good friends.
yeah,
I
yes.
mean, he's a good friend. That's yeah.
And we've talked about this a lot too. He puts a lot of money back into the business. It looks really good up
He
there.
put yeah, like I've never. I mean, and I've worked for you know what I mean. I've worked for plenty of people. You've worked for plenty of bar owners. I've never seen a bar owner put back into the business what he does. Not
Right.
even it's not even close. It's not even a
Yeah,
contact.
I agree. I
I
agree.
mean, it's like you know what I mean. He's constantly doing something.
Yeah. And
You
the
know what I
food,
mean?
I love their food. I love their food.
He may, and it's simple. It's not crazy. You're not going there to get a Michelin star meal. You're going there to get a hot chicken sandwich with gravy on it and fresh cut fries, son. Like, get out of here with that bullshit.
Their fried oyster sandwiches are
Mm.
very popular. The old ladies love them. I don't know
They
why.
well, the thing that I love about Brad is that he always makes sure that he like orders good stuff, like the meat,
Yeah.
like the hamburgers from Steely. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff makes a difference
Yeah.
to make sure you have good quality ingredients.
And it's basically a mini casino up there. So
I mean,
we
it
go well.
is. Yeah, I mean it is a casino, a little casino.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Don't. It's nothing like that. There's.
It's not.
I
There's
mean,
nothing going on there. It's boring.
well,
Don't.
I mean, it's state. It's the the same thing that everybody else has. That's perfectly legal. I'm not saying there's nothing illegal going on there. I'm not
Right.
saying that.
No. No.
Um, but you know, those things are coming up. That's all coming under fire. You know what I mean? Like the legality of it and stuff. So,
Yeah.
um,
And I don't even want to talk about that because that'll take us down a whole other rabbit hole about gambling that I don't want to talk about today. But I agree with you. It's such a pain in the ass. Um, it's just who all has their hands in the pot or who can't get their hands in the pot, right? So
right. Yeah. Anyway, back to reality. Back
back to
to
reality.
reality.
So we were supposed to spend
Hmm.
Thursday, Friday in the Waynesboro proper area, and then go down to Virginia Beach to see Dan Soder. However, Thursday night, I got a little too tipsy and I threw one of my drunken meltdowns.
Classic Atlanta.
That said, we checked into a hotel room. I changed into my PJs and I was like, I don't want to be here. I want to go home. So Scott, being the fucking awesome, supportive husband that he is, especially on my birthday, drove the 2 hours home for us. And so, so Friday was just a chill day. And I love those. I mean, when I tell you guys that I'm like on the spectrum, like I value nothing more than being in my bubble. Sometimes even when he talks to me, I'm like, shh, don't talk. Nobody talk to me. So I get it. I get why I'm starting to understand why people on the spectrum wear headphones a lot. Like I get it. It's an easy out, but I also like to engage. So I don't want to do that. Anywho, got my way Friday, and then Saturday.
Well, no, don't gloss over. Friday we had king crab legs,
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Shit.
which was
We
good
did.
because neither of us have ever had them,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that
They
was
were
a fun
amazing.
experience. Yeah, that was fun.
Yes.
I mean, we made everything. We had a little seafood feast.
Not we. You made
Yeah,
everything.
and but yeah. Now, okay, go ahead, continue. I didn't want to
Yeah, that
gloss
was.
over the king crab legs because they were, buddy.
They were. Oh my gosh, they were
It's
really
not going to be
good.
the last time. I'll tell you that.
And I got a $250 birthday bonus from FanDuel, so I gambled all night. Didn't win anything. This is the first birthday in probably 5 years that I didn't like actually come out ahead. You did a little bit,
Not a
but
little winner, but yeah.
so then Saturday, we did so much Saturday. Yes.
That was
We
cool.
that was so cool. We drove out to Kecksburg, which is not that far from us. Like what,
No, it's
hour?
about right around an hour. It's about 55 minutes. It's right there. Right down the road. I mean, it's not far. Cuz it's not like
No.
it's not like you're jumping on an interstate highway to get there.
Right.
it's probably only 30 miles. You know what I mean? But like, it takes you an hour to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it's not that far.
Especially
Um,
like depending on which way you go, there's a little bit of traffic either way. So if you go like the
right. You
back
hit,
way,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Cause you got to cross
But
30 at some point.
once you get over 30 and get up into the forest country,
Yeah.
it's
Beautiful drive.
lovely. Yeah.
Beautiful drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful drive. I mean, it's a beautiful drive on the other side too. Don't get me wrong. It's,
Yeah,
I
it's all
mean,
nice.
yeah, it's very nice. But back, as we all know, back in 1965, there was a UFO that crashed there. That one right there. And I mean, you might have seen it on Beyond Skinwalker Ranch. You might have seen it on The Unexplained. Multiple History Channel programs. You might have seen. I mean, they've made a gazillion things about this thing. It's literally, they call it Pennsylvania's Roswell because it's at that level. It's like the biggest one. You know what I mean? Like there's a million of them. This is the one. This is the one that people still talk about. It happened in 1965. That's what, 60 years ago? Is
A
it?
lot of years. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's 60.
I was like, okay. Um, 60 years ago, and people are they're still talking about it as much as probably even more than when it happened. That tells
Yeah.
you the level of interest in it. And every year they have a festival there. It's put on at the volunteer fire department. And I guess that's to rate what it raises money for is the fire department
Sure.
there.
Yeah, they
And,
have a lot of cool merch that they sell themselves.
oh man, they have great merch, but then they also like, and what I love about them is like their concession stand, like they're not ripping you off or nothing at their thing.
Not
Like
at all.
it's very family friendly, budget friendly if you don't buy $500 worth of books. um, T-shirts. We went in just because it's like you walk in, you're like, I want everything.
Yeah. Oh my God. I wanted literally one. As soon as we walked into the park, there was the first display before you even get into the actual venue was just nothing but wood carvings. Some of them were like the one I think was probably 8 feet tall.
And we're not just talking your standard wood carve. Not only do they have an entire line of like Sasquatch wood carvings, they had these skulls, right?
And yeah, they looked like polished bone. Like that's how good the color of the skull carvings were. They looked legitimately like bone. It was good. I mean, they're beautiful. We thought we were going to go back the next day and we ended up not, but I was like I wanted to come home and do the research and figure out how much the skulls were cuz like we know they're pricey. Like at a place
Yeah.
and I mean, as well they should be. I mean, those things take a lot of time and
Oh, the
effort to get.
craftsmanship is
Yeah.
superb. I mean, it's very, very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, for
But
sure. They're not just like assembly line made. Each one has a
yeah,
little, they're all one of a kind,
yeah.
essentially.
But then, like you said, like the giant Sasquatch. I mean, trust me, there's nothing more than I don't know what it costs. It's probably $1,000 for one of those giant. But I want a giant Sasquatch to sit outside my door. They're literally like 8 feet tall, bigger than me, and they're amazing looking.
Yeah.
And but yeah, but no, but it's just to go back a little bit because I think we kind of glossed over it. But at this UFO festival, they have all kinds of vendors, speakers. There's all kinds. Look at this activity list. Holy cow! Get a look at that. I mean, let's just take a look at some of the things they
And
got a bed race,
we
like a
missed
bed.
it.
It says it's the only bed race in the county. I mean, come on.
Wait, hold on a second. So only bed race in the county applies that there are other bed races in this state, which
I'm
I
gonna
need to
have to
know
look
more
into
about.
this. Right.
Yeah.
So it's a 3-day event. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday night, you have music being played. It's like half price food night. You know, all the insides, all the vendors, the speakers and stuff are there. Saturday, they got a parade. They had the bed race. They had music. They had the stuff inside, and then fireworks after all of that. And then Sunday, they had a UFO hot dog eating competition. More music. They had speakers, all kinds of stuff. And when I say speakers, they got the best.
They really did. I mean, I am amazed at how approachable this circle of people are.
Yeah.
We came for the funnel cakes and got way more than we bargained for.
You want to do something sometime, just let me know way ahead of time.
Of course.
Yeah.
Not one, but two national treasures.
What's your name?
My name is Ron Murphy.
Ron Podcast.
No way.
Yeah, it's called Gilded Trash.
Take my card, though. That's
Yeah,
all my
absolutely.
contact information. I would gladly come on and talk about this stuff.
Okay. Like, really amazed. Like, they're so down to earth.
Right.
Which
What
is funny.
other? That is funny. That's very clever. I like that. But like you said, it's for the different groups of people that like you meet. I mean, these are people. They're author now. It's not like these are New York. These are guys that deal with like Bigfoot, UFOs, stuff like cryptids, anything like that. Paranormal research. But like these are some big names. I mean, these guys have been on the History Channel, like the Unexplained episodes. They've been featured on Beyond Skinwalker Ranch. I mean, they're like these guys are sort of. We joked around about Adam Shadow Child, but that's exactly like it's like a. They're the Michael Jordan of Bigfoot researchers and stuff.
They really are. They really are. Like it would like the only better personality that could have been there is like Andy Dickinakis or whatever that guy's name is with the hair, the Greek.
Yeah, but he's ancient aliens. We're talking about modern aliens.
Wait, what's his name?
Tsoukalos. Georgios Tsoukalos.
Georgios Tsoukalos.
Yeah. But no, I love that guy. But I mean it's not nobody like that, but like Stan Gordon's been on everything. I mean, when it comes these guys are when they're it when it comes to Pennsylvania, the Ron Murphy, Stan Gordon, Eric Altwald, is that his name? Am I pronouncing that correctly? I'm sure he's probably on the list. I don't know, but if I am, we'll fix it later. But you know what I mean? These guys are like at the top. Like that's why these shows go to those people, because anytime they're filming something about Western Pennsylvania, these are the guys. Like these are the guys.
And I feel like such a dumbass because like I was filming while we were like talking to these different people, and I literally filmed right past two of the gentlemen who've been on multiple of the shows, and I was just like, oh hey, hi, whatever, film, and they've spoken on as many as some of the other guys that were there. Sorry guys. You can come on the podcast if you'd like.
Yeah, we didn't mention your names, but there's too many to count. Like, and it's too many to memorize. Like, I don't know all these people. I'm not familiar with all their work, though. Although I'm becoming. Like, I bought several books. I've been reading them, like learning about how many shows have we watched. That's the other thing about like Chestnut Ridge. There's an amazing amount of information out there, like shows to watch. We just got done watching a 6-part documentary. You can go watch it for yourselves for free on Tubi. Yeah. It's called Sasquatch, something about Sasquatch and the Ridge. There's a word in between there, but I don't remember. We'll put it in the thing.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Quick break from the drama. Let's talk trash, literally.
Our site's getting a glow up. GildedTrash.com will be live again in 2 weeks with new merch so fresh, it should come with a warning label.
And if you're ever yelling, "That's not true," at your speaker, which I'm sure you do plenty when you're listening to me, check out our YouTube. We do usually fix our facts before the final cut. Sometimes
the keyword is usually
sometimes after.
Now, back to the show. Yeah, I don't remember, but yeah, I'll put it in. So, I mean, yeah, that was.
But it features all these people we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane. And so, obviously, I'm not as in this. I don't study as much of it. I'm not in the people. For me, this is the same as like Marvel, right? Like I know which characters I love and trust and like are my favorites, but I don't know their backstories or how they got to where they got. I don't know any of that. I'm not a Marvel nerd, but I'm a Marvel enthusiast. You're a UFO nerd. enthusiast. You're a UFO nerd. You know the players, some of their backstories, you know the actual dates and times. I'm a UFO enthusiast.
And I wouldn't even call I would consider myself a casual enthusiast. And you're probably more of a passing enthusiast.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
You know what
I'm
I mean?
interested. I'm
Yeah,
intrigued. I
yeah.
want to hear the story, but Ron Murphy gave me the best phrase of my entire, like, this whole existence, which is woo. Like, I get that woo is required to, like, bring people in, but I get disenchanted by woo. So, like, I've done this whole thing with the paranormal people. You remember when we first started dating, how much I love the Long Island medium? She was
Right.
like my hero. I really thought that I was going to start walking around cold reading people. And I probably could if I like dove into it, but I'm not gonna. Like, I don't want, that's not the energy I want following me around for the rest of my life, right? So in that case, like, I've been through, because I was a nerd of new age, we'll call it, at one point, I got disenchanted by the sales pitches and stuff like that.
Well, and I think too, what happened there for a period of time, they call it the ghost hunters phenomenon. Because let's be honest, I mean, before that show, everything else was sort of, when it came, it was the biggest thing in paranormal since
Yeah. Yes.
paranormal.
Yes.
So what happened then is you had this huge explosion. And then in order to like make TV shows, you got to one up each other because they're
Right.
not the
That's
only
expected.
game in town. So then it becomes sensationalized. And then what happened is it sort of burned itself out. Like you're talking about, like the woo fact, they relied all on that instead of the. Now, was there stuff going on where there was good actual investigation? Of course, there always has been,
Yeah,
and there always
sure. There
will
always
be.
is. Yes.
But as far as it being at the forefront, I mean, that pushed a lot of people away.
It did. And so, but what I also love about discovering this kind of universe of folks is that what I've observed so far from everything I've seen is that they're just genuinely like nice guys that just know a lot about the experience. They know it's no different than having like a hunting guide if you're going
Yeah,
deer hunting. I
sure.
mean,
And they all are very approachable in the sense of like they're not trying. Nobody is getting into that business for the money.
no,
Trust and believe.
no.
There's no money in. I mean, I'm not saying those guys can't make a living and stuff. Like
Right.
I'm sure that they do, but I'm not. But they're not going to be. It's not fame and riches chasing Bigfoot down.
No, no, not
You know what I
until they
mean?
actually get them.
So, and
Then,
these guys are like they don't try. They're not trying to sell you anything. Is what I'm getting at. They're not trying to. It's not some. They don't. If you want to talk to them, great. If you don't, don't. Like if you have a story to tell and you want to share it, great. But they're not pushing you. It's like they're just all very down to earth, like you said. As weird as
which
that is.
is which is awesome for us because
These alien people are so down to earth. That sounds ridiculous on so many levels because so many people just take it with a grain of sand.
yeah, it's but seriously, like the more that I am watching these like shows with you and stuff like that, the more I realize I love nerd stuff. I love nerd stuff, and this is just a different layer of nerd stuff. It really is. And so I just get excited to hear people that are articulate, right? Speaking about something that they have a lot of knowledge on that
Sure.
fascinates me. So
Right.
cool.
And I had a point there that I was gonna say, like you and I lost it totally. Um, no, but it was just the fact that like the whole I know it sounds ridiculous, but none of the people that I've met that take this seriously, like these guys, you know what I mean? Like you
Right.
meet hacks and crazies? Of course, but you do in anything. I mean, you know what I mean? Like you meet crazy people at the sheets. You know what I'm saying? Like you meet crazy people and there's always going to be that fringe group that's like wild. But these guys that actually take this genuine and like treat it with respect, they don't ever speak in absolutes. Like they don't ever claim to know what's going on or claim to
Right.
understand. They fully admit that they don't understand the scope of this thing, and we speculate a lot because that's all you can really do. But I've never heard them say, like, none of these people are ever like, oh, this is definitely aliens. This is definitely that. They don't know. And they say that. They're like, I have no idea what this is, but it's weird and I want to know more.
Well, so I'll give you a great example because we made fun of you know how I talk. We made fun of this last Halloween. Is like every paranormal show that I watch, there's like a template. When I watch UFO shows, they don't open up the show with, we're going to research this with a spectrometer and what a spectrometer means to you. Like, stop it. They don't do that. Like, if they have gear, they explain it, but it's not like you don't get to, it's not like that. They have to get this is a spirit box.
They
And what a
got to get
spirit
the
box
voice
does.
box in. It's got to say
Yeah.
something. And then they're going to play some little fuzz and they're going to try
Yeah.
here. I challenge you, to anybody that watches those shows. I challenge you, because they do it on every single one with the spirit box, the voice box, whatever they call it, EVPs. I challenge anyone, and I'm not saying that I haven't heard like good examples of this or like real phenomena, but what they try to sell you on these TV shows is garbage. They play some gobbledygook, and then they put on the screen what they want you to say. Try to make out what those things are saying without reading what's at the block off the bottom of your screen and try to tell. You can't ever come anywhere close.
To what they're saying. Every once in a while,
No.
they will say a name through the voice box that you're like, oh, yeah, okay, that's the name. But more often than not, when they're trying to string phrases, it's like filter bias
Yeah,
or bias filter.
it's because they're putting the word on and you hear that and you can't unhear it then, even if once you've.
Right.
But
Well, in
if
some
you.
cases, you can unhear it because it's so blatant that you're like,
No,
no,
it
no, no,
didn't.
no.
They're like, it said,
Yeah.
go back to hell, you son of a bitch. And then it's like, you're just like, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
that did not say that. That did not. And like I said, I'm not saying that phenomena is bullshit, because I've heard good ones, but I'm just saying what they try to sell you 95% of the time on the TV shows, that's what you get.
Yeah. And that again, it's just another reason why I love this phenomena. But not only do I love this phenomena for just the very reason of like the possibility of UFOs and aliens, what do you mean aliens? Um about aliens is that and I talked about this a little bit earlier today, it crosses so many things that I am obsessed with. Like I am full on obsessed with Appalachian folklore, right? But I'm more obsessed in the folklore of the humans, the human spirit, the struggle. But then when you layer in like all these stories about don't look in the trees at night, don't whistle at night, don't look behind you at night, I'm
There's
like,
goblins in the caves. Yeah. And
it's
you hear
so
the
good.
stories. It's so strange too, because like one of the things that Ron Murphy talks about in his book about Chestnut Ridge is he talks about like always being drawn to that forest. And I relate to that much in the same way of like the forest that I grew up in. But Grandma Reed used to tell me those stories, you know what I mean? Like of the Indian that they saw, like ghosts that they saw at the
Yeah.
end of the thing. Like there was all these things about the forest, about these areas. This area had this and this area. So it was like all these different little things. And it's the same thing with out here with this. And you just hear these little, just like pockets of, it's like fascinating people. The people are all connected, the Appalachian people, with these like traditional folklore stories. And it says, it not only connects, it says a lot about their lives, not just from the aspect of there being something paranormal, but you fear like things that affect your life. Do you know what I mean? Like that's where these folkloric legends come from.
Well, so there's a girl that I follow on TikTok. Her name is Thursday Adams, and she does all the Appalachian lore. And she told a story this morning, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense too. She said that part of the lore comes from the moonshiners trying to get you to stay away from their steals.
That could very well be. And also, we know a lot of the stories going back to like my grandma's grandma, the people labeled a witch, even though that's not like how she would define herself, just like a natural healer. You
Right.
know what I'm
So
saying? So like you layer
yeah.
that in, and you see how these things get twisted. Is my point? Like,
Right, right. Well, and there's because I've heard the similar story, and I've talked about it before about people um, speaking verses from the Bible and the burn coming out of somebody when they're burned, like those kind
mm-hmm.
of things. Those all, they come from stuff like that. But in the Appalachia, however you say it, in the mountain range there, you've got all the different folklore. You've got the Scottish, Irish,
It's almost
German.
like American voodoo. Like, not voodoo
That's
in any way, shape, or form. I'm not suggesting that, but in the way that it took the religions and the cultures of the people and got intertwined with like a ancient sort of
yeah,
practice into this more modern thing.
yes, yes. That's exactly what it is. I mean, there's not. I don't know that there is a word for it, but voodoo is particular to a region, right? And
Sure,
so,
yeah, but I'm saying much in that same way. It's this outside source mixing with the local thing to create this like new thing.
right. Yeah, I love it so much. And I'm sure you have so much to say on this. So I just want to segue you into it. You know that I am obsessed with like glitches in the matrix, time jumps, portals, portals, portals. I love a
Portals.
good portal story.
Who
Portal
don't love a portal?
and so, like, I've always kind of underlying believed that that's exactly what it is. It's just like whatever you think of it as, or, like a wrinkle in time or overlapping time frames or a time shift or whatever it is. It's just a energetic way to pass through, whether it's,
It's like an overlap of dimensions and time,
yeah, whether it's
places,
time travel or just travel.
or dimensions, or like like yeah, like that's the question. Is like it could be all of these things or some combination of them. But like I definitely think that's where this is all headed. I mean, that's certainly, I think, the theory that most people that take a look at the entire spectrum of evidence come to. Like Stan Gordon said in that documentary that we were watching, like at the beginning, he definitely thought that like UFOs were only extraterrestrial. But as he's gone on, he thinks now that that's not the case at all. That related to this. Ron Murphy calls it the goblin universe. This like sort of interdimensional travel space time continuum thing.
Well,
You know,
so think about it. Think about this because I have a couple theories, right?
yeah.
So I told you earlier that what if the dinosaurs just broke through the portal and like they all had to come back through the portal, which is why we believe that they went extinct, but a couple of them actually like stayed here, like the Thunderbird thing that we were looking at earlier.
Right. Right. Did they, or here's another question. So, like, what if they slid off all of it, like slid to this other dimension, and then the peak through, come back through occasionally, which is why we see the Thunderbirds or a Loch Ness monster or whatever, because you got like certain ones slipping back through or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
Yeah.
know how it works.
Well, here's my other thought because um who was it? Was it Hitchens? Who's Christopher?
Christopher Hitchens is more of a religious writer.
No, no, no. It wasn't Christopher Hitchens. It was Graham Hancock's book.
Oh, yeah, Graham Hancock.
And it's always just stuck in my mind that, like, so you know how, like, when you go on ayahuasca trips and DMT, you see the machine elves? So,
Hmm.
what if we're just projecting what's really living inside of our brains outward like a movie projection?
And that's a good question, and that brings up an interesting point. And this is where I thought you were going with this, because Graham Hancock, I think, talks about in that same book that like what's weird about those experiences, people across time, regions, and cultures all report seeing the same entities.
Even uncivilized cultures that don't have
Right? That
any
don't have
access.
right.
Yeah,
That makes you question, like, what is it? Like, what is it? What are you taking a peek at? You know what I mean?
right.
Like it's, ooh, I don't even. Ooh, I guess it gives me the good willies.
You
The
just
good
sounded like
willies.
what about Bob when he's like, "Whoo." Oh, my Lanta. No, I love it so much. So, and if you guys didn't see the TikTok video or Facebook or whatever, the socials video, so as we were walking through the venue, meeting all of these gentlemen who are well known in the circle, like
Well-known researchers.
to
Well-known
your
researchers.
point, they are the Michael Jordans of the UFO world. And we got 2 offers to go on podcasts.
Yeah.
Dave Spinks doesn't know it yet, but we're going to creep him until he lets us do one of his shows, or he just comes on the podcast, because that was cool too. But
I'm
we
trying to
bought
take him to a haunted spot. I'm trying to take him. That's what I'll do. I'll write to him and be like, I got a haunted spot, I got a barbecue restaurant, and I got a brewery. Let's go. I'll
I got a
introduce him to
right,
it. I'll tell you the
exactly.
story. You can research it yourself and do all that and bring all your people. I'll just be the local guy that you talk to in the episode.
But one of the things that we talked about doing for this year's this season of Gilded Trash was doing cooking episodes.
Mhm.
And we bought a book called Cooking with Cryptids by David Spinks.
Mhm.
So I say we take some of the Cooking with Cryptid recipes and just film Cooking with Cryptids. And with my editing skills, who knows, maybe there'll be an alien cooking with us.
But that brings back to another interesting point is that was like the really cool thing. Like that was quite the moment. That'd be quite the show that I would watch. Would be Dave Spinks talked about that he's working on a show where they like with the drummer from Shinedown, right?
Right.
How do you know him? But cool.
And we got the inside news on some paranormal brews and cues.
Part of a new show called Booze, Brews, and Barbecues with my good friend Barry Kurtz, the drummer of Shinedown.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that'll be coming out next year as well. And we do a ton of cooking on that show as well. It's a lot of fun. You know, something fun.
Well, that combines like 2 of my favorite things.
So we in the show we go to a haunted location, we investigate it, then we go to a local brewery and we sample all their beer, and then we go to a local barbecue joint, and then we also cook. Because they're, our main cook guy, he's sponsored by Rec Tech
You're going to
Grills.
make him cry.
So we cook something on the show too. Almost
That's
every time.
awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
That sounds.
Who do I assign this to?
I know. I just need him on the podcast so we can talk about like how that all, because that's what I love. So Dave is kind of all like he's UFOs and cryptids and like all these guys are.
Yeah.
But he's
They
trying to
don't
do
tie
other
themselves down to one thing.
right. But he's trying to do other things with it, which I love too.
Yeah.
Love.
The idea for this show where they go do an investigation, they go to a local brewery, and then they go check out a local barbecue place. I mean, you're basically taking that's what they're going to start doing now, is taking all the TV shows and mashing them together.
Yeah.
Until you get because people don't want to see one thing.
You had an idea about a show, which I think would be amazing. I don't know if you want to talk about it or if we want to keep it secret, but taking actual comedians or comics into paranormal
investigations,
investigations and getting their reactions, like because they're caught ups. It's funny.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, that's a lot of fun too. But I mean, yeah, like I'm so excited that they were like even. How quick they were. They're like, oh, you have a podcast? I'll come on it. They didn't ask any questions.
They
were
didn't
just
say
like,
you have a
because they just want to get
following.
exposure. They don't care. They just want to talk about it and talk about it with people that like to talk about it. Like,
yeah. And we're boring sometimes just talking to each other. We need a third.
Yeah, I want to talk to people that know, like I would love to sit here and ask questions about all these things, and I'm sure some of the people that listen would love that too, and maybe even people that don't listen would love to tune in for that to get to hear. But that's where I was going with that. I totally forgot 5 minutes ago I wanted to come to this. All this brings us to right here in Johnstown this weekend. Not this weekend, it's Sunday, but next weekend, Squonk Fest, which we didn't even know was a thing. We learned that. They're like, everybody kept asking us. They're like, you guys go, everybody there at Kecksburg, they're like, the next one up is Squonk, baby. You going? And we're like, I have no idea what that is.
Tickets. I love tickets.
But turns out that, there's a cryptid So apparently Cambria County has their own cryptid. It's called the Squonk. It's like some sort of man bear pig thing. And it's but yeah, I'm gonna learn about it. I don't know anything about it. But yeah, they're having a big festival, kind of like what we just went to. Same
Yeah.
thing, vendors, speakers, all of that. Check it
It's
out.
in Cambria City. It's
Yeah,
at the Bottle Works venue. So it'll be indoor, outdoor, just like this other one was.
yeah.
You'll have a chance to go inside and talk and see things. The speakers are going to be at the building at certain times. So yeah, like definitely,
Yeah,
we are definitely checking it out.
Go check it out. Squonk Fest. You can check it out on any social media platform. They got plenty of stuff out there if you want to see the schedule, but it's right here in Johnstown in Cambria City this coming weekend. So that's going to be a lot of fun. You'll see us there if you go. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure.
And we'll be taking bets on how large our book collection becomes over the next month and a half while we hit all these festivals.
I got to read the ones I got first. Damn.
You read them?
Yeah, I've been
I thought
reading them.
I thought they were just to collect autographs.
No,
I'm sorry.
I've been reading them. No, I've been reading.
I don't read.
I love reading.
I used to love to read, but I stopped at teenage. I don't know. I stopped reading at
You
VC
stopped at like
Yinz's.
teenage romance, yeah. VC
Yeah,
Andrews.
yeah.
Well, no, I keep reading, but here's the thing: is like when I was back in the day when I was locked up,
We
I
can go
did.
there for a minute because we have to talk about the other thing that happened on Monday. So yeah, just say
I
it out loud.
was a voracious reader. Obviously, most inmates
From
are.
where? From where?
The inmates in jail. That's what I said.
Oh,
I
I
said when
didn't
I
hear
was
you
locked
say it.
up.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't hear you
I
say
said that
that.
to begin with. Yeah, yeah. No, that's why I said I was a voracious reader. I said as most inmates are. Um, But now the only thing that I liked but that was all like novel. I'd read anything, whatever. But like now the only thing that I really like to read is like nonfiction. You
But
know
I
what I mean?
mean,
Like I like to learn.
right. Right. But one of the books that you introduced me to that you found when you were in jail was or prison, sorry, because there's a difference. I forgot. Was conversation. Is it a
Well, I didn't
conversation with
find
God?
that in prison, but yeah, no, about that. It was after that, but yeah, no, that's a great book, Conversations with God. Neil,
Conversation.
yeah, Neil. There's 3 books. Neil Donald Walsh. Very good stuff. It's just one of those mind exercises. It teaches you to think inside of your own thoughts, which is fun.
Yeah. It's so good. Oh my God. And for that very reason, I love when books teach me a new perspective on my thought process. I
Hmm.
love learning about
Yeah,
that and
that's
other stuff.
exactly right. That's exactly right. It teaches you, like I said, to like circumvent your own thoughts, sort of, and your way of thinking, to like
Yeah.
sort of flip it on its head to teach you to think about things from like a different sort of viewpoint. It's
Yes.
very good.
Yes.
Very good. It's very good.
So I am going to bring it up because part of my birthday package, and then we'll circle back because we have so much more to talk about in this phase.
Hmm.
Part of my birthday package was that whenever Babe asked me to marry him 17 years ago or something, 16, 17 years ago, he bought me a ring at the time. And when we were going through it and he was being a shitbird, I threw my engagement ring into the Atlantic Ocean, somewhere around Pawleys Island. I don't remember. I may or may not have been on mushrooms. Or wait, no, did I throw it out of the car?
I don't know. I don't remember.
It might have been driving down when it
Yeah,
was
it
that
might
high.
have been. It might have been.
But either way, so since then, I've been asking for a ring and I finally got it. Now, for all you bitches that are worried about it being diamond or not diamond, I've always wanted an opal. Opal is Scott's birthstone. It's also my my stone is moonstone, and opal's the closest thing to moonstone. So plus
Where do you
it
get
looks vintage.
moonstone? Moonstone.
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 See,
Moonstone.
it all interweaves,
Where do you
interweaves,
get it though?
interweaves. Moonstone, you get it from the moon.
Do you?
Yeah, They dropped some off after the last
I thought that was
Moonstone.
Moon Rock.
Oh, yeah. Moonstone's just mine gems. It's like polished stone,
Yeah,
Moonstone is. But Opal's like the gem version of
right.
Moonstone.
The gem version.
The uncut gems version.
Uncut gems. Speaking of,
I didn't even try to do that.
we
Woo, I'm
watched
so
Happy
good at
Gilmore too.
segues.
Let's talk about that because that's something that's like Happy Gilmore for like people our age was like one of the most popular movies like ever as for a young person. Like
For a
because
young stoner.
Adam Sandler was people don't think of him this way, but he was sort of alt comedy, like in the sense of
Yeah,
like he was like what we liked that like the parents didn't like
right.
the older people didn't like, I should say, because it was like that continued on to like into your 20s and stuff, but like it was the stuff that the older people didn't like. You know what I mean? It was young
Yeah.
people humor. And it was like growing up with him and like knowing everybody had all my friends had his comedy albums. We used to quote him all the time. You know what I mean? Like, they're so good. You want a haircut? They're going to fucking cut your hair. They say, fuck the sun. You say, yeah, fuck the sun. I fucking hate it too. Long live the fucking beast. That's one of my favorite ones. But regardless, I mean, so many things. But like, and Happy Gilmore was like that movie where it was like, you couldn't ignore Adam Sandler anymore at that point. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, he was going to be a star. And whether the establishment wanted that or not was left to be, it didn't matter. And that and Billy Madison, you know what I mean? They came out roughly the same time. And it was like these two movies solidified him as like, this guy's going to be making movies now for the next 40 years.
I
And
quote Billy Madison like every day. At least once a day, I quote something from Billy Madison. Or actually, let's just say Adam Sandler in general, because I always say somebody's more important.
Somebody's more important. I love that he did that. Because he does that 3 times. Like he does that in Happy Gilmore, he does that in Pixels, and then he does that in Happy Gilmore 2, where he like says that in that voice, in that
Yeah.
same.
Somebody's ball went further.
Right. But like for us, so Happy Gilmore 2, this is like we've been talking about it for months. We've been so jacked about this. Because despite what people say, people like hate on Adam Sandler. You're a dumbass because I love Adam Sandler and like I love his
I know,
movies.
he's brilliant. I mean, it's always so good. Like even that what was it, the murder mystery one?
Yeah,
I've watched that over and over and over.
they're funny. And the thing is like, is he out there? He's not out there. Adam Sandler was never out there trying to make fucking The
Grammy
Departed or like he's not trying to win Academy Awards.
Right.
He's trying to make a movie that you can sit there and watch for 90 minutes and not like just laugh a little, like, and not care about other stuff. Like that's all he's trying to do.
He's just here to entertain, and that's exactly what he does. And can I just say that there were so many, like the whole movie was cameoed the fuck up. Like it was so good.
It was
Like
just fun because he did what he does best, which is bring in the characters that everybody loves, let them do their thing, combine it into somehow still tell a story. You know what
and
I
it was a
mean? Like,
good story. It was funny. It was, I mean,
right.
the storyline was solid. Like I liked it.
Oh, I
liked
agree.
the
It was
outcome of the
fun.
movie.
He brought in all those real golfers. Like that was cool. Scotty Scheffler was on there, and Brooks Koepka, and some other guys.
Hello. The one that I
Roosevelt
think is
Torres.
Scottish.
Who? Oh, Rory McIlroy.
No. John Daly.
Yeah, John Daly was on there. That's even better because I love John Daly.
Oh my God, I love him.
John Daly's sort of like, not really, but it's almost like who it's based on because he could hit the ball super far, and he was just like this drunken gambling fool that like disrupted the golf thing.
I just love him because he's a nut. He's a redneck.
Yeah, he's a certified nut, and he's fantastic. He's a great guy.
Yeah,
he's a great
it's
guy.
so good. Like, and you could just imagine that rule is probably as close to his real life shenanigans as you're gonna get.
I
If
think
not.
that's. I think they. I don't even think he knew he was in the movie. He just thought he was hanging out with Adam Sandler. He's like, oh,
He
I
thought
thought
those were
Happy
Adam's
Gilmore
real
was
kids.
real.
Those, because his daughters were in the movie. He's like, oh, I thought these were your real sons too.
Right.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Plus, shout out, I don't know the kid's name, but the little kid from Shameless was in there, which I love. That just
Yeah.
brings my whole life full circle when I get those moments. Like we live in an infinite world, right? So the fact that so many things in my life like cross section all the time, it's like I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna
Yeah,
say.
that's fun. But yeah, no, it was definitely a fun movie. I mean, I had a good time with it. And I think
It,
anybody, if you love Happy Gilmore and you like Adam Sandler, you'll like Happy Gilmore too. That's all I'm going to say. It's not like it's not a masterpiece,
it
but
wasn't disappointing at all. It
no, it
was
did
like
not
a lot
disappoint
of those like long break second follow-up movies are disappointing. No,
or
it was
weird, but
every bit as
no,
good
it
as
still had a great story. It was still fun. It was very believable that that's where it picked up. Like,
yeah. I don't want to give the plot or the
no,
storyline away because those fucking assholes, but
but
yes,
it's just believable that that's where that would have gone. Like, it's fun, man. It's a lot of fun.
yeah, and the villains are so villanesque. I love
So
it. I love
perfect.
it.
But that's why we mentioned Uncut Gems, because the guy that produced and wrote Uncut Gems is in the movie, in Happy Gilmore 2, is one of the villains. And yeah, you get it.
Yeah, he's good at it. Yeah, he's good at it. But that wasn't the only amazing movie we've watched this weekend. What did we watch last
Oh
night?
my God. Total surprise. Death of a Unicorn. You talk
Right?
about good movie, dude. Totally original, unlike really any movie that I've watched recently. And it was fun. It was entertaining. It was fantastic. If you have not seen Death of a Unicorn, that is a great movie. We
Oh
really
my
enjoyed it. It's so
God.
much fun. Comedy, horror, fantasy, all wrapped up into one.
And a
And
moral story, like morality. So
yeah,
what's crazy about this movie? So I also watched We Were Liars, the series We Were Liars, while I was doing things. I was binge watching it yesterday while I was cleaning and doing other stuff. And the show felt to me like fan fiction of media moguls getting their
they're
just desserts.
just due. Yeah.
Yeah, like whatever happens at the end, it was like fan fiction when you want the media empire to fall, right? That's what We Were Liars felt like. There's a price to pay for being, this rich and blah, blah, blah. That was sad and sappy, and it was a great teenage drama thing. Jump to Death of a Unicorn. Again, it felt very much like fan fiction for the pharmaceutical heads, right? So
Well,
while it was good, entertaining, fucking great movie, great cast, at the end of the day, there was a vengeance is mine theme there again.
well, yeah, and I think that that's the idea more so than like it's a revenge film. And I think that that's it, it's a revenge film, and the target in this instance is the pharmaceutical industry, and it sort of
Yeah,
weaves, like you said, this sort of like medieval tale into it with modern sort of stuff, and it's very
yeah, it's
interesting, very good,
insane.
very well put together, very well done. Go check it out if you haven't. Those are movie recommendations. Happy Gilmore 2.
Plus, like
And definitely.
one of my favorite things about that is the campiness, right? So I love when something can be both smart, funny, and campy all at the same time. It's not like that dark humor that I love. I'm a big fan of dark
Well,
humor.
I think there's a lot of horror movies that do that well. That's why people
Yeah,
love like the Zombie Lands and the
yeah,
stuff like that, because it allows you to take on something serious like that, but still have camp, still be smart, still say something. But because you're within this genre of a zombie movie and playing off these tropes and things, you can say something you can't otherwise say. Just like I
right,
talk about when writing jokes. I love writing jokes where you can say something without really saying it because you're in the context of something ridiculous. So you sort of have a freedom that you don't otherwise have artistically.
right. Yeah, I like that. There was so many other things going on this week that I felt like we wanted to talk about. I mean, I don't want to talk about any of my social media bullshit other than to say, fuck all you bitches. No.
We got a very busy month. We can talk about that. We have lots of comedy things coming up. We have lots of
Okay.
other stuff coming up. You know what I mean? Like, we have all kinds of things. We're going to be in Pittsburgh next month for a wedding. That's going to be very fun. For a fancy wedding. We don't ever do that. The
Get a
fanciest
black
we ever did.
tie.
I'm scared. I'm scared. No, I am. I'm terrified of black tie. That sounds
Oh,
evil, and I don't
I'm
like
not.
it.
I
I'm
can't wait
terrified.
to look. Gown, hair, nails. It's a girl thing, but
I'm already thinking about taking my suit off. Getting
but
down
wait,
to just the
you've been
vest.
trying. So you've been trying to like pull together a bunch of the wedding folks to go to a comedy show. No, they
No,
already
that's not
have their
happening.
after.
We're gonna take
They
our
have their after hours venues. So instead, we might just kamikaze karaoke them, but
ambush,
like ambush comedy.
ambush, ambush them. Any chuckle fuckers out there this evening? Oh God, that'd be hilarious.
We are going to our very first open mic / comedy tonight.
Open mic / karaoke.
Or God, open.
That
I'm an
changes
idiot
it when it's open mic / comedy. That's what we go to all the time.
all the time. Yeah, no, open mic comedy / karaoke, which is
Karaoke, yeah. Yeah,
that's
that'll be
his
fun.
thing and my thing all together in
All
things.
together into
And
one thing.
sometimes I try to do his thing and I'm not that good at it, and sometimes he tries to do my thing and he's not that
Oh,
good at
I'm
it.
not good at it at all. You know what I do. It's either Freddie
Uh,
Fender or Young Jeezy. That's how we roll.
so yeah, you've got some comedy stuff coming up.
We have adventures.
Well, we can't talk about those
Yeah, I know.
adventures.
I remember now. I remember now. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
It doesn't matter. We can wrap it up. In 2 weeks, we are going to be talking about what?
And well, we're going to be talking about, because we're putting together so we do have a lot of stuff coming up, and we're possibly talking about putting together our own little super secret show that's going to be a full deal barbecue comedy get down. Are you kidding me? And we're going to talk a little bit about that next time. And we're going to talk about our latest adventures, because we're going to be investigating. We're going to be out there checking out UFOs, Bigfoots,
Squonk.
comedy events, karaoke contests, food trucks, baseball games. I don't know. Movies. What?
I might go to a baseball game. Oh, you
You
still
never
need to
know
see
what we
Final
might do.
Destination.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Final Destination next week.
Oh, yeah, we
All
got to hit
kinds
a
of stuff.
drive-in.
Yeah, we got
We
to
do
hit a
got to hit a
drive-in before
drive-in.
we'll talk about drive-in history next time too. That's a good topic.
Okay.
Like all that stuff, you know what I mean? The rich drive-in history of Western Pennsylvania. But yeah, no, that's all going to be great. I think that'll be a lot of fun. So,
And I had a super secret idea while we were talking. I really want to do a TV series, and I don't know if I'm keeping this in because I might want to keep it quiet. I want to do a TV series just going. We've talked about going through Appalachia before, but it was for different reasons, right? To meet the wonderful
yeah,
wife, to go sing karaoke with Mamie, to go. I say we just go to Appalachia and talk to people about the folklore and just like have them like walk us
yeah.
through
Just be
the
like, you guys
spots and
seen any cryptids out here? Where's Bigfoot hanging out down here in his den? What do you say, guys? You got some pepperoni rolls for this guy. Bigfoot loves pepperoni rolls, as do I.
he does. He does.
No, but I would. I would love to
Uh,
go check out the Mothman, Bigfoot, all through Appalachia. They got goblins down in Kentucky. I mean, we could come on now. Hit some music fest, moonshine fest, UFO fest. I'm down. Let's go.
you can get me back out in Ohio for Mothman. I can do it. I
Mm.
love Mothman and I love Ohio. For whatever reason, I
Why is
really
he in
love it.
Ohio?
Because that's where he started.
I thought he started in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. That's near Ohio.
Oh, it is. You're right. Okay, then we'll go out to Ohio for other reasons.
That's what I'm saying. I like Ohio too. I love me some Pettits. I love all that stuff, but I'm trying to get down there in West Virginia and find these cryptids, son. I just did. Oh, shout out Hulk Hogan. Love you, brother.
Oh,
Ozzy.
shout out all the people.
Yeah,
Malcolm
we
Jamal
lost some big ones
Warner.
this week. Malcolm Jamal Warner, Ozzy, and Hulk Hogan. That's like my child. It's like 80s childhood. It's like, who else? Who's next? Bill Cosby? No.
I hate you.
It's time for Scott's Thoughts. But first, we were at the Kecksburg UFO Festival, as you've already heard. Our favorite purchase 3 years ago was this guy right here. This time, this guy right here. As you see, they are wonderful. They are made by a guy that runs a company called Legendary Luminaries. I mean, look at them. They're great. They're beautiful. We get asked about them all the time. People always want to know, where'd you get those? Legendary Luminaries. Now, on to my thoughts. But it's more of a question, really. If there is these aliens out there, traveling through space, checking everything out, what are they doing with all their garbage? Are they just tossing it out the window? Is there like a floating island of alien plastic, like there is in the Pacific Ocean, just floating around, and it's just alien garbage? I think somebody needs to talk about this. Nobody's talking about this. But it's important to get a jump on this problem. So those are my thoughts. Stay trashy.
Until next time, stay trashy.
So buckle up, y'all. It's a hell of a ride. Scott and Alanna got nothing to hide. From the gold to the garbage, we bring the sass. Welcome aboard, this is Yinz.